Hey y'all, welcome back to Hatchets Hooch. What's up, Matt?
Not much, man. What's up?
Drinking,
Drinking. That's right.
hanging out, drinking a little.
Yeah, that's right.
Alright, so today we have yet another local distillery whiskey here on our show.
Yeah, it just keeps happening.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. I'm excited. I like our local distilleries.
I do too. I like the fact that right here, pretty close to us, within a driving distance, we could hit several really good local distilleries. I just hope that this is as good as it's been touted to be.
Okay, here's the thing. When you turn on our local classic rock station, 99.7 The Fox, this advertises twice every commercial break. I mean, it's all over the radio. They're advertising Whiskey Prison, Whiskey Prison.
Yep.
So,
Southern Grace Distilleries.
Southern Grace Distilleries in Cabarrus County, North Carolina. Now, with anything, it doesn't matter what it is, from the haunted house to whiskey, if you don't advertise it, it doesn't matter how good it is. Nobody knows it's there.
Exactly.
There's whiskeys and haunted houses I've never heard of.
Yeah.
Because the advertising is not there.
Right.
And then you have the ones that over-advertise, and that's really about all you see.
Right.
So, which way's the way to go?
It's hit or miss. It really depends on their product at the end of the day.
Depends on the product, that's right. But we're fixing to find out what some conviction tastes like.
That's right.
All right, there's some stuff on the back here. Matt, you want to read it?
I will read it.
Okay.
All right, it says conviction. A formal declaration that someone is guilty of a criminal offense, a strong belief. At Southern Grace Distilleries at Mount Pleasant Prison, we have strong convictions about how distilling should be done. We painstakingly handcraft and age every drop of our spirits ourselves on site at Whiskey Prison. This bourbon has been crafted, distilled in small batches, and barrel-aged behind bars in our 1929 prison. It has served hard time, been reformed and refined to smooth out any rough edges. Now all it can be considered guilty of is being delicious. We want you to enjoy this bourbon, just make sure that you walk the line and enjoy it responsibly.
Wow, that's a good write-up.
It is.
They got some kind of wordsmith there.
Yeah.
That's really took some time and put that together. That's good. So, correct me if I'm wrong, this bourbon whiskey has been put in barrels inside of a cell block in a prison.
Yes,
To
that is
age.
correct.
That's something else, man.
That's cool. And
that deserves some good advertisement.
it really does. And I've looked at their Facebook page too, and so they do these tours, and it's like after dark whiskey prison. They do like the nighttime thing. I guess they do tastings and tours of the prison after dark, after hours. Some really cool things that they're doing up there. I just hope that their product kind of is as good as they're making. Like the expectation is very, very high for me.
Right.
Well,
they've got a gold award here from the MicroLiquor Spirit Awards, so that says something.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever seen that award on anything else, though, have we?
No, we've seen the San Francisco Liquor something awards or whatever.
It was on Rebel Yell and
Yeah.
1712.
1712 got gold on that also.
But I've not seen the MicroLiquor award, so that's going to be all right.
And this particular bottle is it's small batch bourbon, and it says barrel number 39 and 78, bottle number 68 of 112, and it was bottled December 29th of 2017.
So right after Christmas.
Yeah, and this is it's bottled at it's proofed at 96.68 proof, 48%.
That's a
alcohol.
high proof.
Yeah,
it is. So to have that high of an alcohol, it must be some good flavor in there.
I'm hoping so.
All right. Now, I recently took my wife and another couple to go see this place, and called beforehand. They said they had some open spots. When we got there, I guess those open spots had closed, and they wouldn't even let us in the door. They met us out in the parking lot and said, "No, we're full on the tour." I said, "Well, can we come in and see the gift shop? You know, shirts, whatever. You know, maybe buy some liquor." And they said, "No, you'll have to go down to the local liquor store," which is only like a half a mile away. It's not very far. So
it seems just slightly weird to me that they're not selling from their distillery, because a lot of the places are.
Well, I don't know if they're not. They just wouldn't let us go in.
Oh, that might be the case.
Yeah.
because everywhere else that we've been, you go in their little gift store and they sell their bottles there.
Sure.
And in the state of North Carolina, you can buy 5.
5 per year.
Yeah. So.
But
yeah.
I want to say that when we got there, it was beautiful. I mean, it's like an old school prison camp, like you see on the movie Life or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, it's an old school prison camp, and like the buildings and the fence and the barbed wire and everything. I bet it's a pretty cool tour.
I'm sure it is.
I'd really like to get back down there. So, all right, let's open it up. Some of North Carolina's finest right here. That plastic cork don't have a whole lot of.
No, it doesn't. Let's just pour off some and see what we got.
Now, what was the price point on this, Matt?
It was a little pricey. I think I was right at $44 for this 5th. So another one of them things where I'm really hoping that it's kind of, that it meets the expectations, because at $45,
right,
that's a pretty pricey bourbon.
Okay, so on Hatchets Hooch, we've had the 1712, the Sinister whiskey, old Nick Williams,
Yeah.
the moonshines that we've had from North Carolina, and this is by far the most expensive out of all the local distilleries that we've had.
Yes, it is. Usually the top end is 35.
Right, and that was 1712 was like 35.
Old Nick bourbon was
35.
also 35. Their Carolina whiskey, their white was 25.
Yeah. So
yeah.
$10, $12, $11 more. Let's hope the flavor's in there.
Let's hope so.
All right, let's sniff it. There's something odd there.
Yeah, there's something different.
I mean, there's the alcohol smells there, which is normal for anything, but I smell the barrel.
You smell the oak, but then there's like an underlying sweetness there too,
Yeah.
that's a little different.
It's odd. I don't know. The alcohol kind of takes over my nose a little more, but I do smell some flavors in there.
Yeah, I do.
Definitely. Definitely the oak barrel, the white oak, and some of the cherries in there, which you would expect. And some's more faint than others, but this one smells pretty good. But there is some kind of sweetness that
There is. I don't know if it's like a. I don't know what that is. Honey. It's not really honey, but it smells very sweet.
Yeah.
I don't know what that's gonna play out to in flavor, but it definitely has a very sweet scent.
I want to say maybe kind of a sweet caramel.
Yeah, I could see that.
Instead of a salted caramel where it's kind of dumbed down, I think it's a sweeter caramel.
Yeah.
Caramel. All right. It's got a lot of heat, but that flavor is just kind of, it's behind the heat and it's kind of smoothed in. It seems like it's going to be a smooth whiskey when we ice it.
I think when we ice it is going to be the key.
Right.
There is some sweetness there still. I mean, you can get the sweetness through even in the hot. I'm trying to figure out that flavor though, because there is something different there.
Yeah, it's completely different than, I don't want to say anything I've ever tasted, but there is something odd that's not normal in a whiskey or bourbon. But that alcohol is kind of overpowering. It's hard to tell what it is. But it's not 96 proof too, so you would
It's
expect.
hot. Yeah,
you would expect
it's definitely
a lot of
hot.
alcohol. The sweetness is underlying there, just like on the nose there. I can't put a finger on it.
No, and I think that'll maybe be more discernible once we ice it a little bit.
And I'm hoping it is that caramel flavor, because that's going to go really well with this.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
There's definitely the smoky is there, like the oak, the charred oak. You can get that comes through pretty good. It's a lot of heat. 96 proof.
You would expect.
You're going to expect it. That's a lot of heat.
That smoky flavor is there, but it's not
It's not
too much.
Yeah, it's not the most prevalent
Right.
what you taste. So we'll see.
I don't distinctly taste no grains. Like, you know, sometimes you can really taste the corn out of it, but I don't get that with this. All right.
I'm gonna get just a little bit more because that little second swig took mine to be all water.
Yeah. It's got a good color to it. You know,
It really does.
it's there's no age statement on it, but to be considered a bourbon, it has to be 18 months.
18 months, I
Yeah.
think.
So it's at least that, if not more.
Right there, you guys can see it a little better.
Yeah, this it's definitely something odd, which is good. I'm not saying that it's bad odd. It's a good odd. Man, that alcohol seems like it's gone when you smell it, and the sweetness really comes through. I like a sweet bourbon, like a Maker's Mark. How it's sweet. That's the way this smells.
Jim Beam is really, really sweet.
Yeah.
And you wouldn't, that's one of those ones where it's really cheap, but it's kind of an unexpected flavor from something so mass produced.
Right.
So the alcohol burn smell, that alcohol that gets your nose is gone completely. The sweetness is definitely there. The oak is muted a lot.
Yeah.
To me.
That sweetness, it's a very subtle sweet, but it's kind of, it's in your face there. I mean, it's there really well. But I don't get a whole lot of other smells out of it.
No, I don't.
There's some kind of a sweet and a little bit of the oak and the smoke. All right, let's drink it. Pretty damn smooth, ain't it? Yeah. Just like it says on the bottle, been aged to take out all the rough edges. That does it.
On ice, definitely.
You know what this reminds me of? That Rebel Reserve we had.
Yeah, it kind of does.
That Rebel Reserve was a wheated bourbon.
Yeah.
And this is it's not the same mash recipe, so therefore it can't be the same, but it does taste the same to me.
Tastes very similar anyway.
Yeah.
The sweetness could be. I mean, it's definitely there, and there is a lot of it. And I don't know. It's like some combination of like a backstrap molasses and maybe a honey or caramel. Because you get it's sweet, but then there's also like a little bit of bitter on the back. Kind of gets you right at the back of the tongue. I mean, I like it.
Yeah. To me, the sweetness there, like you said, it's a kind of a subtle sweet. It's not over sweet. But I can't put my finger exactly on it. There's no butterscotch flavor. I don't taste no vanilla.
No.
Like you get with a lot of other bourbons. You get the oak flavor and the sweetness of it. And I think that's about it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, there's really not a plethora of flavors coming through.
It's not as complex as I kind of had hoped.
Well, and a lot of that comes from aging, too.
That's true.
The longer it ages.
And it's probably a pretty young one. Without having an age declaration, it's really kind of hard to tell. But
I will say for a 96, man, it's smooth on ice.
It really is. That might be something that kind of sets it apart a little bit because it is higher proofed. Where most of your bourbons and stuff are going to be closer to an 80.
80 to even a low 90s.
Yeah.
But anything over mid 90s is kind of, you don't come across very often.
Right.
Unless it's a cast strength or something, but for their original flavor. I like it.
I like it too.
I want to say it kind of reminds me of that Basil Hayden, where you don't have a whole lot of flavor, but you do have the one main flavor.
Yeah.
And with this one, it's a sweet.
Right.
A sweet flavor. With the basils, it was a spicy.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much all you're going to get out of it.
Yeah.
There's really not a lot of complexity. Now let's talk about price point. For $44. $44.
$44. That's a little pricey for me. I think. I mean, I paid it, of course, because we've been wanting to try it.
Right.
You know, in hindsight, we probably should have just waited till we could go up there and get a tasting at the place. You know, up there at Whiskey Prison. Because then I wouldn't have been out $45. I mean, I'm not going to be out $45. It's going to be drunk for sure, but it's not. You know, I was expecting it to be like knock my socks off.
Right.
And it's not quite there for me. Not for the price. At nearly $45, you're talking about that's a lot of money for a fifth of bourbon.
Right. And you know, most of that money goes to the state taxes and all.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt about that. It's not that
the distillery's making a killing off of it.
No.
But
we've talked to Don about that, and you know, they spend a lot on each bottle. And what they actually make on it is very, very small. And I'm sure that's why they're priced at $45.
Sure,
I mean, they're trying to make the best that they can out of what they have.
All right, for me, if you're going to pay $45, and let's look at national brands, I would pick Maker's 46 over this.
Yeah.
Definitely. With a local distilleries, that Nick Williams, I would say, has probably more flavors than this one would be.
I think so too. I think so too, and it's $10 cheaper. I really like that. I think that as far as from where we're at right now, and this is a very highly promoted one. You know, they're pushing it really, really hard. It's not bad. Don't get us wrong in any way, shape, or form. It is good. It is just not as good as some of the others that we've tried in this price point.
Right, exactly. The price point is what you're looking at. Then I'd say there's probably some other ones you would pick up instead of this one.
Yeah.
But for a bourbon, yeah, it's not bad, man. Like I said, it kind of reminds you of a basil. Not the same flavor, but the same type of liquor.
Right.
It's not bad. I can sit here and drink it all day. You know, it's that smooth.
Yeah, you and me both. I will say too that you're kind of paying for kind of the story behind it too. I mean, this is a different animal because you know what other bourbon can you say is aged behind bars?
Exactly.
You can't.
Yeah.
So just having this here in the bar and being able to say, hey, you want to get some? Yeah, we've got some bourbon that's been aged behind the bars of a prison.
Right.
You know, that's cool. People will dig that. And I'm sure that it'll get drank, probably pretty quick.
Oh yeah, everybody wants to try it because they've heard it all over the radio.
Yeah.
Now, if you were out at a bar and you're looking at the plethora of bourbons you've got on the whiskey wall there, and this label sticks out, Conviction. Oh, I've heard that one on the radio.
Yeah.
You're more willing to try that one.
Right. And also getting it at a bar or at the distillery is going to be, it's not going to hit your pocketbook at $45. Right. You know what I mean? You might spend $6 for a shot or whatnot, and that's a lot easier to
absorb,
swallow.
Yeah, definitely. All right, recommendations on this. Would you mix it?
I mean, I would drink it straight. At $45, you want to drink it straight or on the rocks. But if somebody wanted to drink with it, yeah, I would mix it. I think it would be fine.
I think it would go really well with Coke.
I think so
Definitely.
too. Sundrop. You know, you could make a good whiskey sour. I mean, I think that really you wouldn't go wrong with it. The flavor is good.
Definitely.
I like it.
Yeah, it would be a great mixing bourbon, and you know, for the price point, it'd be a good straight drinker too.
Yeah.
But I don't know that this would be an everyday pour.
Probably not.
But you know, you got people coming over, they want to try it. You know, it's going to get going.
Yep.
So. All right. Anything else to add with this?
If $45 doesn't turn you off, go find some.
Well, you know, and we say that $45 to some people ain't nothing.
That's true.
So
that's
you know,
true. We're blue collar. You know, like we're the working man.
$45 takes us like 3 hours to make.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. You know? But I mean, it's worth it. It's worth it to try, and it's got its little its thing. You know that. it's aged behind bars. That's a really cool kind of, almost, it's not really gimmick, but it kind of is, you know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Definitely. I'd say if the money's not an issue, then try it, definitely. But if you're kind of on a budget, there might be some others that you would pick over this one if you're going to pay that much money.
Yeah, I agree.
So, I like it. It's not bad at all. It's going to get drunk, definitely. So,
if you have tried it, let us know what you think about it in the comments. You know, we always like to hear what everybody else thinks about.
Right.
See if we're on the same page, or if you have a completely different feeling about it than we do. You know,
right.
we take it good and bad.
Oh yeah, definitely. So and being that it's local, not everybody's going to see it. You know, see it in their liquor stores. Either.
Exactly.
So, actually, I have not seen this in the liquor store. Matt picked it up somewhere. I just, I've looked for it, but I've not seen it.
Yeah, and I found a good size display at one of our local stores.
Okay.
So,
all right, awesome. That sounds good. All right. Thanks for joining us on this episode of Hatchets Hooch. Get out and support your local distilleries. Like and subscribe. Thanks, guys.
See ya.